like just that was it. All right, here we go. So we are live. Good morning, good morning. Here we go. Here we go. Yay. And we are live. Good morning. Good morning. Again, we need a theme song, right? We totally need a theme song. Okay, good morning, everybody. We had a little technical difficulty. I didn't. My co-host. Gonna throw it on you right this early. Gonna throw it right on you, Marge. Shit happens, right? So that's what it is. So good morning. Welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche. My name is Dr. Lori Monaco. I am a badass Buddha. I am a transformational coach and speaker. I teach people to get beyond themselves and align with their authentic selves. And my business is Align Yourself Inc. And I'm coming from Southern Connecticut in Shelton.
Hello, Lori. Good morning. Buenos dias. All the way from Connecticut. Good morning, mi gente. Buenos dias. Namaste. I am La Margarita, a spiritual and creative healing life coach, a wedding officiant, because I always forget to mention that.
Yes.
I can marry you in Florida and anywhere else. Author, artist, I am the Gladiator Guru. Welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche.
Yes. Do you see us on here? It says, listen, I'm on Facebook and it's saying live now and it's showing a previous video. I'm like looking at that going, that's not what I'm wearing.
Yeah, I already started a watch party. So while you're figuring that out, all the way from Peru, welcome, Maria.
Peru. Oh my God. I want to go there so badly, I gotta say.
Good morning, Gail Serrano. Carmen Nieves in the house. Good morning.
Carmen.
Buenos dias, mi gente.
So, Margie, go ahead and talk about why coffee and conversation, and I'm going to actually post our hashtags on there so you get that conversation started.
Yes.
Loss of words, are we?
No. I said I was debating whether
you took that
take a sip of my coffee.
Okay, great. You took that pause, that they like in a reality TV where they take the pause and you're waiting like with bated breath to see what's coming up next. So we're like waiting. We're to find out what you need to say about coffee and conversation. So go ahead.
Café con leche. For me, it is the second to the breath that God breathes into me, right? It is my morning life. It is laughter, my body's fuel. It is my peace, my magical orgasm, first thing in the morning. Coffee is that wake-up call, the moment it caresses my palate. It is first thing I think of when I wake up. I get up, go to the bathroom, and then it's like coffee time. No matter what, even if I'm late to something, I have to brew my first cup of coffee of the day. I cannot go out and buy it. My day won't be the same. The way I brew my coffee is no one else can do that. So my first cup of coffee, it inspires me to be the best. I don't know if for those who are not coffee drinkers, they might never understand. For those that are true coffee drinkers, they understand that is the kickstart of your day. After your meditations, after your gratitude, you're thanking God, then next is coffee. Sometimes before your shower. So that's what coffee is to me. Coffee is that inspiration to just put on my armor and get out there and battle throughout the day, whatever comes. Now, 4 or less other cups might happen throughout my day, but nothing gives me that charge, that vibration, that feeling of being grounded, like my first cup of café con leche.
You're so poetic about it. My first cup of coffee gets my ass out of bed. That's just it for me, you know. It's like shuffling down, you know, to the bathroom, doing your business and make the coffee and okay, I can get going. And so yes, I would rather be sitting out like, you know, in a big meadow drinking my coffee and spewing out what you just said. Most of it is just a very ugly sight in the morning unless I've had the coffee, right?
Well, coffee makes me feel beautiful. It makes me feel sexy. It makes me feel like I am going to conquer anything that comes my way. Without coffee, I feel sluggish. I get a headache. I don't know. It's that second gift of the day for me after God's breath. It is my cup of café con leche. The way that I brew it. So that's why when I invite people over or when people suggest something, my go-to is coffee. Yes, I have a liquor cabinet. I have all types of wines and sangria. But anybody who knows me know that I am not going to say,
hold on a second.
For a glass of wine.
Hold on a second. I think we lost our feed on Facebook. You still showing live? I'm not showing it live.
It keeps going in and out.
Here, you know what we'll do is let me go off and I'm going to go back on again.
Frank's a joker. He's like, se te está enfriando el café, mija, because I guess I'm talking too much. So he's like, your coffee's going to get cold, girl.
We are on? Okay. Somebody tell us if we're on live right now.
Mine says, no current video playing.
Okay. So let me...
Frank, are we on?
I think it kicked us off, so hold on.
Yeah, I'm going to end this watch party.
Yeah, so hold on. I'm going to go back on again. The frustration of it all. Maybe I'll go off with live producer. Maybe
I think I just started off with technical difficulties.
I don't know. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm going to put it in the notes.
Yeah. All right. We'll go on now. All right. That's what I get for doing it the new way. I think it butted us off. Didn't like us anymore. So get back on, everybody. What the hell is going on? How about now? How about
we're back on.
We're back on. Oh my goodness. So what was that all about? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden we were off. And now I got to rewrite all the stuff that I was writing. So my gosh. So, well, maybe we'll swap it out now. Good morning. Apparently Facebook hasn't had their cup of coffee yet. And the internet hasn't had their cup of coffee yet. That booted us off. So,
yes,
gracious.
It could be. So yes, so that is what coffee means to me. Coffee means to me, it's magic, it's life, it's sunshine, it's laughter, it's love, it's conquering the battles that are like not even here yet, but it's just the assurance that no matter what comes to me throughout the day, I'm gonna handle it. It's everything. It's magically orgasmic. It's a caress of the palate. It's that nice moment of just whew, afterwards. That's coffee to me, mi gente. And this is my mug. Today, my mug says, at the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. And you can see it. And that is a quote from Frida Kahlo.
I'm like not thinking we're still on. Somebody talk to us, please.
We are on.
Are you? Are we? Why am I not finding it?
We are
All right, there we go. I got us now.
You found us?
Oh my goodness. So
but you know what? Everything's gonna be perfect.
There were so many people that were on before too, and then we had to then we got thrown off. Then I had to actually cut us off and back on. So, Janine, hi Janine. Jalene's on Coffee is Life. Yes. Frank, and you know what? Dunkin' Donuts believes so, right? America runs on Dunkin'.
No, you know what? That when people say let's go to Dunkin', I'm like, you're insulting me right now. I don't care who loves Dunkin' Donuts. That's like dirty water to me.
No judgment, whatever your preference is, whatever your
no judgment. It's my opinion.
That's what is it? That's a judgment.
No.
I gotta say hi to Frank and Nancy. Oh my God, Nancy. Nancy, I grew up with Nancy in the neighborhood, and she is. And let me tell you, this woman, Nancy, I think you're a few months older than I am. This girl looks like she's in her 30s, man. She is. She just looks so fabulous. And Carmen's watching again. Thank you for coming back on.
Yes, thank you.
And oh, look at Janine made vomit faces for Dunkin' Donuts.
Thank you, Janine. You're my best friend. And Frank, you know, Frank said that my coffee was gonna get cold, and let me translate that into layman's terms. He's telling me I'm talking too much. I love you.
We're behind schedule to boot, so now.
I know. I'm so sorry, Iritza. Good morning, my love. Thank you for coming in. I lost my sister Janet was on.
Yes.
And my sister Connie. I hope they're back on.
And my one of my clients was on Avi from Latitude 28, which is the band that I coach, and then I do Monday nights with them. I do group coaching on their channel. He was on, and I wish he would jump back on. That would be nice to have him on. So there was a bunch of people that were on. So please come back on. We don't know what happens.
Vení, ánimo. Let's get this going. So there's my mug.
Really quick, yes, your mug, and I got my mug.
Show me. So we can
So this is actually pretty cool. So check this out. This is
the
glare, right?
The dollar bill.
My daughter made this. This is artwork by my daughter. She did that when she was like 10 years old, something like that. Yeah, she's like about 6 years ago. Yeah, so it's very cool. It's faded a bit because I shouldn't have put it in the dishwasher, but I did. I was too lazy to wash it.
I love mugs like that.
So remember, we want to see your pictures of your mug. So if one of us gets a chance, we'll put on the comments. Send us a picture of your mug through Messenger or post it directly on the page with the hashtag Taza de Cafe Challenge.
Woo, go Lori.
Yeah, hey, I'm getting better. And also, if you want to have a pic of yourself with your awesomeness, by all means, and you can hashtag Viva Cafe con Leche. And also make sure that you post where you're from. You know, we want to hear. We had your friend on that was from Peru, and we want to know because we have people that are from other countries, and we really want to have you a part of this. And so hopefully us breaking off like that didn't screw anything up. So good morning once again, and welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche with Lori and Margie. And we are about what, Margie? We're going to say this really quickly because we want to get to our guests. This program is to create intentions, set intentions, and to create what?
It is to seek out the beauty in all things natural. It is to speak beauty, words of inspiration, of courage, of love. It is laughter, life, and love. It is setting the tone for the day and preparing yourself with great intentions so that you can navigate through anything that comes your way. And it starts with the first thought, the first sight of the morning. It's me. It starts with when I come on here and I'm speaking to all of you. It starts with just the beauty, just the inner beauty, and just looking at everything past. What is that quote? Can't see the forest for the trees. Don't look at what's happening right now. Just look past it. Look at the beauty. Look at the compassion. Look at the emotions. Just be beautiful. It is so easy, and it doesn't take that much out of you to be beautiful. And the quote of the day, I wanted to share this real quick from Kay Tono. It says, be the moon and inspire people even when you're far from full. That is seeking the beauty.
Yes. That's a great quote. even though when you're far from full. We don't think that it's important. We don't want to help people until we feel full. Or some people actually will help even when they don't feel that way, but they give so much of themselves that they leave nothing back for themselves. But you want to be, as you grow and you learn, you want to share it, and you want to help people. You don't wait till you're done with your growth, and you don't take away from yourself to feed others. You want to be able to grow and inspire them to grow with you. You don't want to teach. You don't want to give people things and not teach them how to do it themselves too. And so the whole goal of this is for you to hear these conversations, for us to have these conversations with you and with our guests, so that it inspires you and it gets you thinking and wanting to learn more and wanting to be a better version of yourself and just create the life that you want to create. So, in Margie's words, it's inspiration to see beauty, set the mood for your day, inspirational, motivational, bright beauty, spread love, laughter, talk about life, and set the tone. We know it's our responsibility to set the tone. There's enough crap out there. There's enough bad shit, and we don't want you to go out leaving feeling awful after watching this. We want you to feel inspired. We want you to feel happy. Even with some of the subjects that we might talk about that are really heavy duty, we want you to feel like really, that you learn something and that you feel that you're not in a hole, especially if it pertains to you, right? And speaking of swearing, because I just did twice, be alerted that we do have potty mouths on this show. And
disclaimer.
Yes. So please make sure that there's no children in earshot. So this is about real conversations, and sometimes that stuff comes out, or the F-bomb sometimes comes out, and others. And we don't want you to feel uncomfortable with that, but so you can turn it off. But if your kids are there and you want to hear it, just put some headphones on. That's all.
Yes. And I want to give a shout out to Lars from Sweden. Sweden's in the house. Hello, Lars.
Hi, Lars in Sweden. Yay.
Eggie. Hello, Eggie. And Eileen, thank you for joining.
Okay, so
we got to bring in our guest.
Yes. So our guest today is, we're going to continue our conversation on body image. And our guest today is Lillian Maldonado from Maldonado Consulting. And we're going to have her introduce herself as well. So I am going to bring Lillian in the house. Here she
is.
Lillian is coming in. Lillian.
Good morning.
Good morning. We had some difficulties, so we're sorry that we had to keep you waiting. And unfortunately, we can only go to 9. So we're going to make the best of what we have. So just tell everybody. We said your name and where your business. But go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business.
So I am Lillian Maldonado, owner of Maldonado Consulting and Exceptional Me Jewelry. Both were service initiated and trying to help people in the community and other women empower themselves. I found my talent. So, shoot, ask me a question.
Fantastic.
Okay, I'll ask the first one. How do you feel about your body?
I love me. I love my body. I could say that when I was younger, I probably had some hiccups about it, but now, I'm a happy size 16 and I'll wear my bikini on the beach and have no issues with it.
Okay, so you never had a problem with being a plus size woman?
I had a problem with it when I was younger. I think that when we're in our teenage years, or when, people make us feel bad about ourselves because we allow them to. But once you're happy with yourself, it doesn't matter. You're always content with your body. There's a story that I could tell you that I don't quite recall, but my sister did. She said when I was younger, probably about 12 years old, we were eating dinner and I was always a healthy eater, and someone came and said, that's fattening, to me, as if to say, don't eat it. And I looked at them and I said, well, then don't eat it. To that. Like, what's the problem?
That's great, right? Because you didn't even get, like, it's like you put Vaseline on that day and those negative remarks just slid right off you.
Yeah, and
Like you
that's
were encouraging her, oh my God, if it's fattening, then don't eat it. Like it didn't affect you at all.
Yeah.
correct.
Great. That's great. You know, you
Uh,
said something, but you know what, Lillian, you said something that was interesting, that you were a healthy eater. And you brought back to like childhood, and were you always larger than, as a child, and how were you in comparison to your family members as well?
Big and beautiful my entire life. Ever since, as far back as I can remember, I was always big and beautiful. And like I said, there are comments like I can remember, and this will probably, there's things that people say to you, the saying about the wall, that as you torment people and you curse at them and you say things to them, it's like driving a nail into the wall. And when you take the nail out, the hole is still there. So people still remember. And I can remember as far back as being 4 years old and in preschool. And we were on a trip through the woods looking for plants to put in little baby jars. And one of the kids said, don't fall back because the earth will shake.
Ooh.
So so these things, you remember them, but as you grow older, you have to learn, like Margie said, put Vaseline all over your body. I can't encourage other people and I can't empower other people if I let all of my past affect me. It has made me who I am today and made me stronger, but I move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I grew up in a household where, I was a very thin kid. I'm talking, like, I look at pictures of myself when I was little, like under 10 basically, and I was like crackhead skinny. It's like I'd lift my arms up and all you see is ribs. And then my family overall was pretty thin. My mom was a little bit on the thicker side, but my siblings and my dad, and as I got to be like around puberty, I gained weight, and then like I kind of went back and forth for years, developed an eating disorder, which was talked about on Tuesday. But then I got in my 30s and I got heavy, and my brother and sister were always thin, like always thin. And in fact, my sister and I, we hang out a lot together. We're really close. And I'm gigantic next to her. She's much shorter than I am. She's this petite thing. And we don't even look alike because my body size is so different than hers. It's not even just about the height, it's about the weight. And she's always been like really in shape. And, my sister is pushing, my sister's in her late 50s and she's in really, really great shape. She's active and athletic, but I struggled for years because I couldn't live up to that, and even though I was saying I was okay with my weight, even at my top of like 205, I wasn't okay because I knew like that wasn't really me. Like I meant to be, I felt like I needed to be less, not because of image so much as like, I wouldn't look at her and go, I want to be that skinny. I would just say it doesn't feel right for me, and I think that's the part of it too, is that if you feel right in your own body, then that's right for you. And it's right for you at that time. Who's to say in 10 years you say, I don't want to be this size anymore. I want to be thinner. And that's okay. That's right for you. But the key is just feeling how, like you could see it in your face, Lillian. First of all, let me say something about Lillian. Lillian's got the brightest freaking smile. I swear to God.
Okay, smile.
Every time, like she's, there's like levels of smiling and laughter. And I like when people almost like they're a little mad or they're upset and they smile at the same time. You have this intense smile and I love it. It's one of my most favorite smiles. And all you see is like this big, huge grin, right, Marge? It's like with Lillian. It's all you see are teeth. and that's what, like that tells you, like, you work it. Like you guys all work it. Like at your event, Corona, all three of you work it. And it's like, you're so proud to be who you are. And that's what people see, like they see that confidence. And so we come in all different sizes. We come in all different shapes. We just have to love who we are at that moment in time. And then if you decide you want to change, but you decide, you don't let somebody else say, oh, you're fat, you need to lose weight, or you're too skinny, you need to put on some weight. You know, you work it and you be okay with who you are, like you are, you know, like you're both beautiful women. I'm a beautiful woman, and we work that, you know, we show it out to the public. And I didn't do that for years. I mean, I do that now, but years I didn't. And so it's really cool to see that you always had that. That's very empowering to know that you've always had that.
It is. It is very empowering.
Is that how your family is? Like, is that how you were raised, to just be that way? Very empowering?
No, actually not. You know, my mom, unfortunately, suffers from depression and anxiety, so she never had the self-confidence in her. So you either adapt to your surroundings or you want better for yourself.
Right.
I can't tell you where it came from. My father's a very strong man. I just know that I always felt that little bit of confidence. You know, my whole life I was growing up with people telling me, oh, you have such a beautiful face, why don't you lose some weight? Oh, you're so pretty, you just need to lose some weight. Don't give me a half compliment.
Half-ass compliment. I'd be like, what
Yeah,
the hell?
just don't give me
down, coño.
That's terrible. You know how common that is? Oh, she has,
I used to get it all the time. You got a pretty face. I'm like,
she has
and
such a pretty face. If she lost some weight, she'd be even prettier.
oh my gosh, they've even said that too.
yes, and that's not acceptable. You know, like I've had the same face whether I've lost weight or I gained weight. So, you know, if you lost weight, you would not be even prettier. You're just who you are.
Yeah.
There's things in life that, you know, episodes in life that have brought my weight up and down. I was a patient of gastric bypass, and I didn't do it because I wanted to be skinny. I did it for health reasons. And I have to tell you, I went down to a size 10, and I don't know if it's because I'm big boned, because I'm tall, my large frame, but I look deadly. Like I was like sucked in I look like a skeleton. Like I just did not look healthy. And that was at a size 10. So I cannot even imagine what I would look like smaller. You know, when people say, oh, lose weight, oh, these size 8, these size 6. I'm like, at a size 10, I did not look healthy. So it didn't, you know, I started to put some weight on, good old Corona. The beer, not the virus.
That's awesome. Thank you for the clarification. That's fantastic. You're not the virus. That's great. Oh my God, I love it.
If you're not like strong-minded, good morning, Sonia. My cousin Iris says, we chubby, but we cute.
We beautiful.
You know, absolutely. And Lillian, I mean, I was with you throughout the gastric. Remember, you used to host parties in certain homes, and you came down to Bridgeport, and you had a red jumpsuit. I remember
Yes.
you had a spaghetti strap red jumpsuit when you were at size 10. And we were at Vicky Ola's house, and you were doing one of your parties. Lillian's always been a businesswoman. And yeah, so, and Lillian, even then, like we were talking about how we hate the arm thing. Lillian, when she lost all the weight, of course you could see it, and she still wore her spaghetti straps, and I would just sit and just silently say, I wish I can be that strong-minded. You know, because I believe I was the chunky one in my household. My sister Janet was like super thin until I think after she had her son. I think now with the coronavirus, as we get older, we develop other things. But yeah, so you grow like detached. You grow like with that. Nobody's looking at me. Nobody thinks I'm pretty because of the stigma that you have to be a certain size, right? So right now, no, right now I got my wide hips. That gives the illusion that I have a big ass, and I'm all for that. Just don't let me turn around. You know, everything Everything is fine. I'm in my 50s. I'm going to have something. I wish, if there was anything I wish I can be, is a dedicated gym person. If I was committed to like working out, and that would be fantastic, but I'm not, so I walk. So again, we are who we want to be, right? We grow in an environment, and then we make the decision. Do we want to stay in what this environment is telling us, or do we want to, birth ourselves into a person that's all accepting of ourselves? Because at the end of the day, we're all we have.
Correct.
Right? So
Correct.
So Lillian, I've been to the beach with Lillian. I think everywhere, right? Didn't you wear one? And when we were in Phuket,
Yes.
when we went on the canoe ride, you had a 2-piece, right?
Yes.
You had one in Colombia.
Yes.
I think and did we go to the beach in Bali? I don't know, but I've been with Lillian when she's wearing 2-piece, and I was like, I can never do that. Yeah. And if I do wear a 2-piece, I got a freaking sarong on. So yeah. So that's something that you do it for you, but you don't realize the string of people that you inspire to take a closer look at themselves, to say, I'm all I have. I'm going to love me right now in this moment. And then I'm going to slowly work on what I don't like, because only we can do that again.
That is correct.
No more tapa. Look, the other day, I don't know, I think it was Tuesday, we were talking about the growing up with a complejo, because my sister Janet always had that big ass, right? And I was like,
Janet's on, by the way. Janet's on.
How did she get all of it? And remember I mentioned having a drink with my childhood friend Sonia, and she calls her sister, Sonia just came on, she said, no more tapa. I just mentioned that Tuesday, Sonia. I was like, she calls her sister, goes, I'm with Margie, and her sister's like, Margie who? Then she must have gotten that epiphany. She's like, tapa, because anybody, if we would walk by guys, I would have somebody walk directly behind me, because you grow up with that complejo that you're not good enough because you don't have the big ass like everyone else does. You know, so now I love my hips. Lillian knows that. I wear them proudly. I buy outfits that accentuate my waist and my hips, my little shape of my guitar without the chords, and I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, I'm loving everything about me, as Lillian will inspire others to do, because somebody will look at Lillian and goes, what the hell? And then they'll go and you'll see them with the outfit on or something similar. Like Lillian will wear bright colors. I'm a black and gray woman.
I have to have
orange, where like her belly sticking out, little, like, and it's okay, because her confidence like overshadows any negative parts of it. So thank you, Lillian, for inspiring me for many years, even though I've never reached the level of inspiration and confidence with my body that you have. But it's always good to see, you know, it's always good to be around and breathe in that energy. And Lori and I were talking about, and Lori complains about her. Lori got a nice ass. She's tall. And, you know, all I got going on is my tits that I love to dress in pearls. You know what? But the thing is that we have to love every part of us, and that's when the weight comes off. That's what I was talking about, and I wrote that in my blog. Love the body you're in at the moment, right? And your body and your spirit will heal to where the weight comes off before you're even realizing it. So stop stressing it and be beautiful.
Do you think? Do you think that? I know I'm going to say I believe this, but over the last few years, I think our view of bodies have changed drastically. I think we've become, societally speaking, I think we've become more open-minded. Mm-hmm. Do you think, though, that it has a lot to do with the fact that we've become more open to other cultures? Like, in other words, like, and this is coming from a white woman. So white people tend to, and I'm categorizing, and I'm not categorizing everybody. Sometimes it's socioeconomic as well, but growing up white, there was a certain stigma. There was a certain look you had to have, you know. You had to be thin. You had to have little hips. You had to have larger breasts, potentially speaking. But then the more I became friends with people from other cultures. They were, you know, women were larger and they rocked it. Like they had no problem. They would walk around like they were the supermodel, and I'd be like eating like a cucumber and going, I'm starving my ass off. And I'm like 130 pounds going, oh my God, I'm so fat. And these women would come in that were bigger, with like my size now, and be just like running the place, like walking in. And I would look at that, go, God, they have such confidence. And these were women that were, you know, African-American women, Hispanic women, you know. And do you feel that the like ethnic backgrounds, cultural backgrounds play a role too in how we view our bodies?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For example, not to categorize it or generalize it, but the average American white woman is most of the time a trophy on her husband's arm, and she has to have the image. I work with several of them that they are constantly plastic surgery, you know, getting breast shaped, tummy tucks. Not that I wouldn't want a tummy tuck.
Me too. I'm in line.
And the Latina woman, the bigger the boobs and the bigger the butt and the more curves, the better. The more, you know, men are attracted to her. And also with the Black woman, absolutely. The bigger the butt, the bigger the boobs, the better. That has been my experience.
Yes, I think that set the tone. I think like when women like Jennifer Lopez, you know, stepped up and people realized like she just was a powerhouse. And, you know, it's funny, they made such a big deal about her rear. But I mean, I remember her back in the day. I mean, I remember her back when she was on In Living Color. When she
What was bigger then, right?
she was skinny. She was so skinny.
Her butt was bigger than what it is today.
Well, you know what it is I guess she's just more muscular now, you know. But she wore like the black, and nobody really paid attention to her butt so much. It's just but when she came onto the scene, it's like she was curvy. And it wasn't typical of the performers and the entertainers. And I remember in the beginning, she like, that's all they ever talked about. And she kind of got tired of it. She was like, you know, my butt is the way it is, you know. And then once she kind of set that tone to say, this is the way I am, and then people started to like it. And then people started to want, I mean, look at women will get butt implants.
After J-Lo,
Yes.
yeah.
Right? They will get butt implants.
Obnoxiously so. Sonia said she wouldn't mind doing a boob lift, but not augmentation. And my sister, who's like 102 pounds, says she hates her. I hate my body fat. Wait, I hate my body fat or thin.
Oh.
And my sister's beautiful. She's going to be, I'm going to put you out there, Connie. She's going to be 57 years old.
Connie's gorgeous. Yes.
Stop it, Connie. It's like, but yeah, absolutely. I think J-Lo, after she came out, then you started seeing all these obnoxious butt lifts and all of that. But it is a cultural thing, and I'm going to share something because it like made my day yesterday. But first, I want to give a shout out to Giovanni from Italy.
Hi, Italy. Hi, Giovanni.
I got it. He was one of my friends on the Camino de Santiago. So yesterday I'm talking to somebody, and we were talking about, he wanted some advice on something for his wife. And, you know, and he's like a close friend. And I said, we all have to build our confidence level. You know, sometimes we need to be forced into it, like forced to recognize that we do have, you know, a lack of confidence, a lack of self-trust in ourselves. So then we put it out on someone else. We become extremely jealous and possessive of our partner because of something we lack. So I was explaining that to him and how to approach her next time he wants to have a conversation regarding one of those issues, not to come at her a certain way, because then her wall goes up, you know, and then she becomes like argumentative. So then I was saying, we all suffer that. I said, you know, I suffer because I'm like a roller coaster with my weight. And I said, and right now, since being back and having the construction done in my house and all of that, I'm like stressing and I'm gaining stress weight. And he says, you know what? You're always complaining about that. He's like, you look good. Us men don't notice that, what you're complaining about. He said, sometimes I look at you and I say, damn, if I was just a little bit older, I would holler at you. And I was like, none of the other stuff of why he shouldn't think that. But it's like, and I laughed, but you know what? I gracefully took the compliment because I needed to hear that, even though it was, he said it was his truth, but he knew it would never go anywhere. And I was like, wow. He's like, you look good for your age. I was like, thank you. Like, I needed to hear that. And sometimes take the compliment, be graceful, because our spirit needs to hear it. But you know what? And that's mode for my day. And I watch what I ate yesterday. And sometimes it just takes you like that little push to do what you got to do. But overall, it's like I showed the other day, I love me. I love the powerhouse that I know I am, and how more stronger I can be. And it's just the little hiccups that hit us. And for those who hate their bodies, whether you're fat or thin, that's all you have. That is your temple. And I learned through hard times, because Lillian's always been confident, where I have been up and down, where Lillian has actually told me, just shut up already. You know, shut up. You're always complaining about this or that. You look good. And she hates when I would wear layers of clothing. Like, I remember 2 years ago, I had a book signing in Bridgeport, and she calls me. She said that her husband said, why does she have that black thing over that pretty red? And because I'm always trying to hide something that I see, but no one else seems to see. So,
except her boobs, she seems to not really worry about hiding those. She doesn't mind, you know, so often. And you know what? You can even see it with Lillian. So when Lillian walks, like Lillian,
I love my boobs, and I don't even have like a bra. I have like a tube top.
oh my
But
God.
for a girl 52, you know what? And yeah, you got to be proud of certain things. I'm proud of mine.
Lillian, you can tell by Lillian the way she walks.
Yes.
You have a stature. You walk like a statue, and you stand. You have a presence about you, and that's, I think, what, no matter what, like, it doesn't matter if a person's very thin, if they're bigger, whatever. It's like you pull it off because of that. That's what everybody sees, is that confidence. And in other words, the people out there that would be like, oh, you know, she's too big of a girl. Well, then I'm not for you, you know, and if that's how you're going to judge me, then moving on. And that's evident. Like so if you ever get a chance to meet Lillian, so if you're up in this area, if you're in Connecticut, they have the, Lillian and Margarita and Francia have this great event that they do, and it's about empowering women. And you will get a chance to see these women looking the way they do, especially that's what I think back. I think back during Augusta tu Corona, that like how all the women are dressed up and just like sparkling, you know, and it's not just about what you're wearing, it's how you're walking and how you present yourself, you know, like you owned it, you know what I'm saying? Like you owned the room, you owned the event, all three of you did. And it was just fabulous to watch, you know. But I think with Lillian especially, you just have this, it's like Lillian's tall, so she's the tall
girl in every part of the word that you just said. She's a big girl in attitude, in height.
Right. But you're bigger than that. Like, it's like you walk around and it's like you're the tallest in the room. Like, and you're not the tallest, you know, but you are because of the way you present yourself, you know. That's like something that needs to be, you know, that's something we could all learn from. And I think it's really important to observe women. Don't knock each other down. Don't like look and go, what's she wearing? How could she wear that? It's like, don't do that. Look at it and say, look what she's wearing. And if you don't agree with, I can't pull that, ask yourself, why are you asking those questions? Oh, how could she wear that? Why are you asking that? What can you get from that woman? Like, she's looking, damn, she looks good. She's like positive and she's strong. And it's evident, you know, when you see the person walk in and you acknowledge that, as opposed to like knock them down and make, like you said, Margie, to make yourself feel better, because it's your own shit. That's what's coming up. You know?
And that's why we started Ajusta tu Corona. It was because we are all, the three of us, we all have our power, our strengths, where we each carry it and they complement one another. And that's why Ajusta tu Corona, when you break it down, it's achievement,
Tenacity,
and
and
courage.
courage. Can I be a guest on your show again? You guys have been wonderful for my ego.
But you know what? We don't hear it enough. And the compassion that we should share with one another. Like right now, just listening to both my sisters, I mean, watching what they put, and Janet being a certain kind of way because her weight has been fluctuating and she's gained weight, and she is, I believe she is in depression because of it. And then to hear my sister, who's like 101 pounds wet, talk about she hates her body, and that like, now I have to work on them because they are beautiful. And, you know, I've always been who I am, and I've always worn what I've worn, and I don't want them feeling that way. I don't want no woman like Beatty. She just says she wants to love herself again. Like when she went topless in Turkey, she felt cute and showed everyone. And I think that it starts now because I've been working on myself, and that's the message I get. It starts now, at the weight that you're at now, because Lillian never stopped her life, no matter. What was your highest weight, Lillian, if you don't mind?
275 pounds.
And Lillian wore a bikini at 275 pounds. And where do you carry most of your weight, Lil?
In my stomach.
And she wore, thank you for being honest, because a lot of people, everybody can be 300 pounds and have no stomach, or have like no facial weight, but they carry all on the bottom. And that to me has always been the beauty. And me and Lillian, we've had our ups and downs. Like, and that's what a friendship is. You can't stand each other. You go here, you go there, but the admiration always has stayed the same, because that's such a strength that people who don't have it now can develop through a skill of learning the tools and become that strength as well. So thank you for being like so candid with your weight problem, because a lot of women, they don't even like to tell their age or their weight, and that's huge. That's like a breaking through that, you know, when you're coming on stage and you're breaking right through the plastic paper.
Yes.
That was it. Like, hello, I'm here, I'm this size, I'm this weight, and I am fucking beautiful.
Yes.
And that's what we got to tell ourselves every day, regardless of what's going on, how we're feeling, where a chicho came or a dimple came, or whatever the case may be. We are all we have. All of this is all.
And tell each other. So when Lillian, when you were saying that it's good for your ego, but like, wouldn't that be great to just have a show where you just get a person on and everybody there tells them how beautiful they, like, talks to them what they love about them, not like what they don't like or what they see. You say, like, Lillian, you have the most radiant smile. You have the most incredible confidence. I absolutely adore your eyes. Like, everybody picks something. And sometimes it's hard for people to hear that because they feel so low on themselves.
They don't know how to accept the compliment, correct?
But could you imagine, like, going up to somebody that you don't even know and saying, girl, you rock that dress. Like, I just want to tell you, like, and I do that. I make it a habit now. When I'm out somewhere, I give people compliments because even if they, you know, because sometimes we also make a judgment. So, oh, they already know how good they look. They don't need to hear that. How do you know? You know, how do you know? And even if they did, who cares? So if their ego gets any bigger, who cares? But, you know, you go up to somebody and say, listen, can I just tell you, you look so fantastic. Like, you're so hot. And especially when it comes from another woman, when you say that, can I just say, you are the freaking sexiest. Like, I'm telling you right now. And you say it, I'm just saying, and I always say, listen, I am very heterosexual, but I'm going to tell you, you are like so sexy, hot, it's ridiculous. And I got to tell you, when you say that to another woman, they light up. Like, they're like embarrassed, taken back. They're like, oh my God, you know, you said that. But if we do that, right? If we say that to one another and say, like, hey, this is, you know, you're fit, like with Connie, you know, it's like with Connie, to have Connie up on here and say, Connie, you're just going to shut up. And we're going to tell you everything that's fantastic about you. And whether she believes it or not, because it is about our belief, but at some point it sinks in. At some point, you know, when, especially when you know somebody's not bullshitting. If they're not, oh, they're saying it and then they get off camera and they're like, oh yeah, I didn't really mean that. When they're saying it, saying, oh my God, you know, you are just spectacular. This is what's spectacular about you, right? So I think it's up to us to really spread that until you get it. Until somebody says, okay, you know what, maybe I'm hearing this a lot. Maybe somebody's right. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I think you should always compliment someone. And Margarita's been with me when I do it. It's like, if you want to empower other people, you have to spread the love. You have to spread the joy.
Yes.
And one of the things that I always do, and she will tell you, is no matter where we're at, we can be talking to complete strangers. I'm very touchy-feely, so I will put my hand on someone. We did it in Colombia. We met a woman on the trip, and she was wearing this beautiful bright yellow shirt, and I touched her arm, and I said, that color is absolutely beautiful on you. It is so flattering on you. It looks beautiful. And you know, we just gave her a smile because she wasn't expecting it. And with Janet, she's ridiculous. Janet has like the perfect butt. Like she's always had it, no matter what size she's been. And even, you know, Janet is an amazing cook. There's so many positive attributes about her, so forget it. Connie, please. I think one of my legs is bigger than Connie. I don't want to hear it.
Yes. We should compliment. I can't, you know what? Even if I don't lie in my compliments. So if I can't find anything nice to say about somebody's hair, face, and I like their earrings, I say, oh my God, I love your earrings. Because it doesn't have to be what you like. It might be something I would never wear, but it's something that looks great on her. So that's good. But can I share something real brief that Carmen just wrote? Nieves? She would have watched faithfully, but I am driving and can't always comment. I am so proud of you both. A couple of thoughts. I posted my coffee photo. Okay. Tuesday, you hit on some points that stayed with me. The Dolly comment channel through you about how God made us fat to keep us humble. So true. I say that all the time. The inner me and the outer me is polar. Yet you are right. We are more body conscious than our men. This topic is important. I think I could be happy at any size if I knew how to dress my body type. You used to work at Dress for Success. Maybe you can do a topic. And maybe she didn't want me to read this out loud, but I think it's powerful. Do a topic on power colors and style. I see plus size women and they look so beautiful. I wish I can dress like that. And a lot of us are afraid to wear color. If anybody knows me, I am the lady in black. That is my preferable color. I might wear a colorful scarf. And I might even go all in white like I did in Colombia with a black and white scarf. But I am the lady in black. But I love women who wear color. I'm vibrant spiritually. I'm vibrant in the sway of my hips and the flow of my tongue. That's my vibrancy in color. Lillian, always vibrant, bright yellows, oranges. And I love and admire that in women. You know, so I think we can do a power thing. And yes, I always say God keep, because my Aunt Dolly used to always say, one, lindo es lindo. Beautiful is beautiful, no matter what. And God keeps me fat to keep me humble. And that's always been on me. And yes, I think empowerment and all facets of women to women is important. It is like breathing. We women we are the most powerful beings in the universe. You know, we are the power of pussy. Let's take that back with it, whatever size we are at the moment. Let's take it back. And Lillian, I thank you. I thank you. I can't even say it enough for your candor. Lori, you asked some powerful questions. I thank you, Miss Co-host. And I just think
Thank you.
going forward, let's just keep doing this.
Yeah.
Body image is a state of mind.
Absolutely.
And let's start feeding our thoughts positivity. Let's start reminding our thoughts who the hell we are. We are powerful. We are beautiful. We are exceptional.
That's
Move your head, Lillian. We are exceptional. Move your head, Lillian. Let me read your exceptional me jewelry sign. We are exceptional. You know, claim your role. Claim that shit. Wear that crown. Make sure you bejewel the bitch and you wear it and you walk straight and you be that Cleopatra entering every single room you need to go into.
That's correct.
Your bathroom. Own it. And that's it.
That's correct. And with that, we have to close.
I know, that's that's why I try to walk it up right to that. And I'm so grateful. I love it.
That's great.
I
And
love this week's topic. It was like so important for me. It was important.
and we did, yes, absolutely. It was important for a lot of people, I think, you know. And Lillian, thank you so much for coming on. And
Thank you for having me.
great having you. Great conversation. And keep the listeners posted on. I know you had to reschedule Usta tu Corona, so you know you guys I think are planning for it in the fall. See how it goes. We want to get a lot of women involved. You know, it's not, you don't have to just be a Latino woman. You know, you can be a white girl and go to these. I mean, this is about empowering women. It has nothing to do with just the title. It's wearing, you know, adjusting your crown, no matter who you are. And listen, if you're a guy and you want to adjust your crown, by all means, no judgment, and you can come. You know what I'm saying?
Not in Prince and King. Not to
That's right. So next week's conversation is a two-part conversation. We did a little revamping, and we're going to be talking about compassion because of all the stuff that's going on right now. Margie and I feel that we redid our schedule because we need to talk about compassion, and we need to talk about what it means and how to do it. And we're going to have guests on Thursday. We haven't figured out who yet. Because of the world right now, I think the conversation needs to happen, and at least more than once, because we need to understand what compassion really is and how to apply it in our daily life so that we don't see what's going on right now, or we see less and less of it, because the only way change occurs is when we start with ourselves. So thank you, Lillian, for coming on. And again, I am Lori Monaco from Align Yourself, Inc. And remember to be you, be real, be extraordinary. And Margie?
And I just want to send a shout out to Marilise Rodriguez. Thank you. I love when you're on. And my cousin, who is beautiful, and she is Carmen Grand Diva Hernandez. She has a crew, I don't know, they're older than me, and they're called the Divas.
Nice.
Talk about confidence. Her and her sister Toji. And I love that. So, yes, so if you want to work with us as life coaches, you can inbox us, DM us at Instagram at Cricket Whisper, or Facebook, Margarita Chapman Rodriguez and Dr. Lori Monaco on both, I believe, right?
On Facebook and Instagram, it's Align Yourself, Inc.
Align Yourself, Inc. So, with that said, mi gente, remember, breathe in the beauty, breathe out the bullshit.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Namaste, Lillian, Lori.
Bye, Lillian. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.